So I said, we'll try.
Good.
I don't know. YouTube is desperate now. I don't know.
No, it's because it's such a great service.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm
right.
doing right now, trying to figure it all out. And then let's start with a little nigun. Ya la la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 Shabbat Shalom. I muted, so let's unmute. Sometimes when we sing, we have to kind of mute so that it sounds a little better. But now we can unmute again. Um, we have Tehila is going to do the candles, and before I put the Siddur on, so we can see Tehila, we'll leave it like this, and then I'll put the Siddur on. And just a suggestion that I put in the email as well, when we do the service, I would suggest putting it to speaker view. All the way on the right-hand side, you can click view, and then you can see the service a lot better that way. And when we do things like this, you can switch it back to gallery, and we can see everyone. It will look really, really good. Okay.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת קדושה.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's get our service on here. Oh, that wasn't our service. But there it is. And as Shabbat comes in, we take a deep breath as we usually do. And we just let it all go the whole week. It's like a new beginning. Every time a new week starts, every time Shabbat starts, it's like a whole new beginning. And so if we can have Linda read for us responsibly.
May the doors of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love and all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness, pride, envy, and enmity.
May it be
too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Amen.
Amen.
And this is our last Shabbat of the Jewish year, which is pretty incredible. And we hope that this new year, 57781, will be much better. And this is our last day, last Shabbat, not the last day of 57780. And as we think about that, we take even bigger deep breaths. Next week is already Rosh Hashanah. And so this is our time to really be introspective and to really think about our year, about the next year, and how we're going to move on. Yedid nefesh af harachaman משוכב דך אל רצונך ירוץ עבדך כמו ירב לו ידידותך מנוף עצוב וכל טעם. לכו נרננה לאדוני נריע לצור אישנו נקדמה פניו בתודה בזמירות נריע
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. איי ליי 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 ליי
Shiru Ladonai, sing the song with spirituality, with joy. This is what it's all about, feeling our joy, our happiness. And we'd like to ask Barry to read the next piece for us.
Arise, my bride, my fair one, come away.
For now the winter's past,
The rains are over and gone. I never
The
can.
blossoms have appeared in the land. The time of pruning has come.
The
The
song
song of the turtle dove is heard in our land.
The green figs form on the fig. The vines in blossom give up.
Arise,
My darling, my fair one, come away.
Let's join in Lecha Dodi. And remember that, I love that metaphor of being in the fields and welcoming in this bride, this queen, this Shekhinah that comes to see us, that brings peace, brings shalva, which means peace, but it also means a calmness. And so that's what we strive for Shabbat, on Shabbat, is this kind of calmness, is this shalva. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת Here we go. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat mekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala כלה פני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה הדדי די לך דודי הדדי די לקראת קהלה הדדי די פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה הדדי די לך דודי הדדי די לקראת קהלה הדדי די פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על ידי שבין פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך הדודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך הדודי לקראת כלה פני שבת Let's rise, arise in spirit. Boi v'shalom Ateret bala Gam besimcha ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה Here we go, לך דודי לקראת כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה Let's welcome the bride with joy and singing. And as the sun sets in some places, it's already set in others, we remember that this is what it's all about, that magical hour, that magical 24, 25 hours of Shabbat, of rest, relaxation, of joy, of happiness. So if you'd like to unmute, we can do that. And let's join. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hama'ariv Aravim. ומעביר יום ולילה עובדים ירוד באדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרעים. Blessed are you, Almighty One, who makes the evenings fall. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננת לבניך ודיברת בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך ובדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ישעריך. Put them on the doorposts on your house. And remember that I am Adonai, is what Adonai tells us. And so let's rejoice and sing Mi Chamocha. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים, לפני משה זליאנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. היי די די היי די 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 היי די די היי די 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 היי די 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 די. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. And as we join together, the Shamru B'nai Israel et Shabbat, the people of Israel kept Shabbat for generations. And that's what we're doing. We're keeping the Shabbat. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. The people of Israel kept the Shabbat to make it holy. And so a little bit of Devar Torah. And this week's portion, we're in Nitzavim Vayelech. And there was a Rabbi Zusha of Anipoli. He's one of the great Hasidic masters. He would always say, when I get to heaven, I know that God's not going to ask me, why weren't you more like Moses? Or why weren't you more like King David? Why weren't you more like this other person over there? But I really live in fear that when I get there, and this was right at his last days, he said, when I get there, I'm afraid that God will ask me, Zusha, why weren't you more like Zusha? And then what will I say? And that's exactly what our Torah portion is about. In Deuteronomy chapter 30, 11 through 14, we read, "For this commandment, which I command you this day, is not concealed from you, nor is it far away. It is not in heaven that you should say, 'Who will go up to heaven for us to fetch it?' And nor is it beyond the sea that you should say, 'Who will cross to the other side of the sea for us to fetch it for us?' Rather, it is very close to you. It's in your mouth and in your heart, and so that you can fulfill it." You see, the Torah is really available to all of us. And that is what this mitzvah, that this commandment, the last commandment says. God says the Torah is not something that's abstract, that's somewhere up there in the sky, or that only a handful of rabbis or teachers or people have access to. In fact, the Torah is there for all of us. And also tells us that we must live our own authentic lives. We don't need to strive to be a Moses. We don't need to strive to be someone that we admire, that we think is great. We need to strive to be ourselves, our most authentic self, whatever that means. And we stress the word authentic. We don't need to wait for someone to come and give us knowledge or to teach us something, which, there are people who do that. We need to also seek those people. We need to go out and do it. And the Torah is very specific about this. It says, just don't wait around. Don't try to have someone else interpret something for you. Go out and live your best life. And Zusha's fear was that, Rabbi Zusha's fear was that, what if at the end of my days, have I really lived my most authentic life? Have I tried to be the greatest rabbi on earth? Have I tried to be, emulate someone else? Am I looking at my life right now and saying, oh, that person, they are doing a lot better. They have more. They are able to do more. They reach different heights. And here I am here. I'm not there. I'm not doing that. No. What we're supposed to do is take an accounting of our own self, within ourselves, and say, what is my purpose here? And what is it that I need to do to live my most authentic me, to be me? So that when I reach those gates of heaven to the next life, and I stand there, God says, what have you done to be you? And I can answer. The answers are right there. And maybe God doesn't even have to ask, because that's how I've lived. Not an easy task, because we really do look around and we always compare ourselves. But we can't. And we also can't go into Torah and read it and expect other people to tell us what it's about. Although that's nice. I mean, and that is one way. We also should go and make it accessible to ourselves so that we are able to live a more fulfilled life and live, as we said last week, in joy, in simcha. And so let's go back to our Siddur. And we have a few Mishaberachs today. I know we can unmute us for a second so that we can do some Mishaberachs. And this is the time, if you have a name, to give us the name. Of course, Caroline is on our minds, and we're going to say that at Mishaberach.
Caroline.
Rahi, Caroline.
And
Fran.
Paul as well.
Baruch ben
Caroline.
Mordechai. Baruch ben Mordechai.
We're going to say one for Jeff's ankle as well.
I actually have Caroline on the phone with me here, and she says she'd like a Misha Beirach for all the family.
For all the family. And say, so let's join in. Mishaberach. Mishaberach our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Mishaberach our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. May the one bless those who are sick with complete good health, the renewal of spirit, the renewal ידי לרסה. אמן. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, מי שברך אמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את כל החולים עם רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, ונאמר let us say Amen. Amen ve'amen. And if we'd like to unmute, we can do that, certainly. And let's join in the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tikach ufi yadi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open our lips that our mouths may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, זוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם, עזרת צרת, הגיבור לעולם אדוני, רב להושיע מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה כל חי ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך עמים ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות כל חי. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה כל חי. אתה קדוש לשמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יראה סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. אמן. עושה שלום. הוא עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. הוא עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. Hold on one second, sorry. The Zoom is going a little crazy here. Okay, here we go. עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. יעשה שלום עלינו, יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו על כל יושבי תבל. ואמרו amen. Amen. Hold on, I'm just trying. It's going a little crazy again. I'm trying to get it balanced here a little bit. Okay. Hold on one more second. Sorry. It's making us dizzy. Don't get too dizzy yet. Okay. There it is. All right. So let's get our Kiddush cup. Sorry about that. סברי חבריי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי אלינו קראת ואותנו קידשת לעבודתך, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
לחיים.
And let's join in Aleinu. Aleinu לשבח. You can unmute if you'd like for this one. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them.
Remember them.
In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we
We
remember them.
remember them.
In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we
We remember them.
in the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of winter, we
We
remember
remember
them.
them.
In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we
We remember them.
in the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them.
Remember them.
So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as
As
we
we remember them.
them.
And of course, today is the 19th, hard to believe, 19th anniversary of 9/11. And so there are way too many names to mention, but they're all in our hearts, and we really give all of them, we thank them and their families a Kaddish. And if you'd like to also mention other names, this is the time as well.
All the people in California and the fires.
Yeah.
My mother and my father and so many friends who have died.
And also people who passed away due to the pandemic as well.
More times.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל העולם, ואמרו אמן. And let's sing Lechilach as we continue on this journey, on this beautiful journey of life. And you shall be a blessing. To a land that I will show you, Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know, Lechilach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, Lechilach. Lech Lecha, and I shall make your name great. Lech Lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechilach, to a place that I will show you. Lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim, lechilach. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechilach. And if you like to unmute, we can do that. Before we do our motzi, we are a few announcements. As you know, we're in the season, and next week already is hard to believe. It's already Rosh Hashanah. So Friday evening, we're going to have a Rosh Hashanah service for the evening, and then in the morning, we're going to have our morning service. And you'll get another email with all the links and everything. Tomorrow evening, we are doing a special Slichot service, and we are going to start with Havdalah, and then we're going to do a very short Slichot service. It's not going to be even as long as this service. It's just going to be some meditation, some singing, some thoughtful words. And very excited about this whole season. It's really nice to have everyone here. And I'm excited about our holidays coming up. And of course, it seems like far away, but Yom Kippur is right around the corner. And so we're going to hear about that soon as well. And without further ado, let's have our challah blessing with Ellen's beautiful challah. Look at this.
Wow.
Can't see it.
I'm going to get it through the screen to everybody.
And now this is the time to put it on speaker view. If you want to put it on speaker view, you'll be able to see Ellen when she speaks. You'll be able to
put it on speaker?
And then if you mute yourself also, you'll be able to see and hear Ellen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
Yeah, then back to gallery so we can see each other. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a restful weekend. No matter what happened during the week, just take some time to relax, have a little schnapps if you need to, whatever that means for you. And then we will be back here tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific, and whatever it is in England, Uruguay, Argentina, everywhere else where the people are joining us. Chile. I think Chile is about 2 hours ahead of 3.
No, just 1 hour before, in top of us.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I think about putting all these times in the flyers, or in the email, but then we'd have these long. We wouldn't have room for anything. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good to see you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everybody.